Welcome to the dark and dangerous world of a Hells Angels gang member. From the recruitment process to the criminal activities, this day in the life of a Hells Angels gang member will give you a glimpse into the gritty and violent lifestyle of one of the most notorious motorcycle gangs in the world. We'll explore the history and reputation of the Hells Angels, their involvement in criminal activities, and the rivalries and conflicts that have defined their existence. Buckle up for a wild ride. And if you want to learn more, don't forget to subscribe. Hells Angels is a notorious motorcycle club founded in California in 1948. The group has grown to become one of the most infamous outlaw motorcycle gangs in the world, with charters in several countries. They're known for their distinctive style of dress, including leather jackets with the club's emblem and riding Harley-Davidson motorcycles. The group is also known for engaging in criminal activities, including drug trafficking, extortion, and violence. The Hells Angels have been involved in numerous high-profile criminal cases, and the law enforcement agencies worldwide have targeted the group for their activities. Despite this, the club remains active and has a solid following among motorcycle enthusiasts. While some members of the group may claim that they're simply a social organization for motorcycle enthusiasts, the criminal activities of the Hells Angels have led to widespread condemnation and call for their actions to be curtailed. The Hells Angels Motorcycle Club has a complex and disputed origin story, with multiple theories and conflicting accounts. One theory states that the club was founded on March 17, 1948, in Fontana, California, when several small motorcycle clubs agreed to merge. Otto Friedli, a World War II veteran, is credited with starting the club after breaking from the Pissed Off Bastards Motorcycle Club over a feud with a rival gang. Another theory suggests that the Hells Angels were founded on November 15, 1951, in San Bernardino by Dick White, a member of the Redlands Roadrunners. The origin of the club's name is also subject to debate. According to the club's website, the name was suggested by Arvid Olsen, an associate of the founders who had served in the Hells Angels Squadron of the Flying Tigers in China during World War II. Despite the controversies and legal issues surrounding the Hells Angels, the club remains significant in the motorcycle community, with chapters worldwide. Candidates who want to join the Hells Angels must possess a motorcycle with a displacement of at least 750 cc, a valid driver's license, and a specific set of personal characteristics. It's rumored that the club does not accept applicants for positions as police or prison officers or child molesters. The Hells Angels Motorcycle Club has a long-standing history of rivalries with other outlaw motorcycle gangs. One of the most well-known rivalries is with the Mongols Motorcycle Club, which has led to numerous violent clashes over the years. In 2002, a member of the Hells Angels was killed during a confrontation with the Mongols at a casino in Las Vegas. They've also been in conflict with the Bandidos Motorcycle Club, which is another prominent outlaw motorcycle gang. The two groups have engaged in a series of violent confrontations, including a deadly shooting at a Texas restaurant in 2015 that left 9 people dead. Other rivalries have included the Outlaws Motorcycle Club, the Pagans Motorcycle Club, and the Sons of Silence Motorcycle Club. The Hells Angels have been known to engage in violent turf wars with these groups over territory and control of criminal enterprises. Along with the Pagans, Outlaws, and Bandidos, the Hells Angels are considered one of the Big Four motorcycle gangs in the United States by various law enforcement agencies. They're also accused of engaging in widespread, violent, and organized crime, including drug trafficking, the trafficking of stolen goods, extortion, and prostitution operations. Members of the group have consistently argued that they're simply a collection of motorcycle enthusiasts who got together to ride motorcycles, to plan social events like road trips, fundraisers, parties, and motorcycle rallies, and that any crimes committed by individuals, rather than the group as a whole, are their responsibility. The Notorious gang has been linked to a variety of crimes. The gang has been accused of drug trafficking, extortion, murder, and other violent crimes. The Hells Angels have been involved in several high-profile criminal cases in recent years. In 2019, Hells Angels member Joseph Lancia was sentenced to life in prison for ordering the murder of a rival gang member. Lancia was convicted of conspiracy to commit murder, attempted murder, and other charges related to a 2014 shootout between the Hells Angels and the Pagans Motorcycle Club in New Jersey. In 2018, Hells Angels member David Roger Ravel was sentenced to 42 months in prison for trafficking in methamphetamine. Ravel was arrested in a sting operation after he tried to sell drugs to an undercover officer. In 2017, Hells Angels member Raymond Joseph Ray Ray Lackinger was sentenced to life in prison for murder, racketeering, and other charges. Lackinger was convicted of ordering the murder of a fellow Hells Angels member who had fallen out of favor with the gang. One notable case involving the Hells Angels occurred in 2011 when the gang was implicated in a major drug trafficking operation in Quebec, Canada. Over 100 members of the Hells Angels and their associates were arrested, and millions of dollars worth of drugs and assets were seized. The investigation also uncovered evidence of corruption within the Quebec police force, with several officers accused of accepting bribes from the gang. The Hells Angels have also been linked to violence against rival gangs, law enforcement, and even innocent civilians. In 2015, a member of the Hells Angels in Australia was sentenced to life in prison for the murder of a man who had crossed the gang. The same year, 2 Hells Angels members in California were arrested for the murder of a rival gang member. The gang has also been accused of using their businesses, such as strip clubs and tattoo parlors, to launder money and facilitate criminal activity. In 2017, the Hells Angels clubhouse in New York City was raided by law enforcement, resulting in the seizure of drugs and firearms. Despite ongoing efforts by law enforcement to combat the gang's criminal activities, the Hells Angels continue to operate in various parts of the world, often with violent consequences. The gang's influence and power remain a major concern for law enforcement and communities alike. The crimes of the Hells Angels have also led to the gang being the subject of numerous documentaries, books, and films. A Utrecht court's decision in May 2019 makes the Netherlands the first nation to outlaw the Hells Angels. It was described as a menace to public order and the rule of law by the sitting judge. Local chapters have been prohibited in other nations like Germany, but not the entire club. The Dutch Supreme Court upheld the prohibition on July 15, 2022, making it law. And that's a wrap. Remember to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this.